Welcome to the Bass Hole Podcast, the show where we talk bass fishing without the filters, the fluff, or the tournament politics. And I'm your host, Bob, from Bob's Bassin' and Stuff. Today, we're going to dive into a question that's been asked a lot lately. Has bass fishing become a rich man's sport? Between high-end boats, fancy electronics, and premium gear, it sure looks that way sometimes. Let's break it down cost by cost and see how high that barrier really is. Let's start with bass boats. A 21-foot Triton XRT, fully equipped, starts at around $77,000. Another example, the Nitro Z21 XL, fully equipped with a trailer and a motor, starts at about $67,000. Some premium models with more features like the Ranger Z521R is closer to $92,000. So a rough average of a 21-foot fiberglass bass boat is between $70,000 and $90,000. Now let's look at forward-facing sonar. These units aren't cheap. A decent unit will start at about $2,500 and go up to around $4,000. Some lower cost, budget-friendly options are under $2,500 depending on the size of the screen and the brand. Now we'll look at trolling motors. A trolling motor with spot lock, GPS, and advanced features often run between $2,500 and $4,000. For example, Minn Kota's Ultrex and Ulterra are in this price range. Okay, I know boats and electronics are expensive. Well, how about fishing gear? That's where most of us start. Let's say a good premium brand 7-foot graphite fishing rod is between $150 to $200. A high-end baitcaster reel is between $250 and $400 depending on the features. So a good combo would run you between $400 and $600. Now you know us bass fishermen aren't going to carry one fishing rod and one reel. So on the very low side, let's say you have 7. 7 times 400 is $2,800 in rods and reels. If you're on the higher side, those 7 rods could cost you $4,200. And most of us are going to have more than that. Okay, so what about lures and baits? Let's just estimate the price of some popular brands. A Strike King crankbait runs between $8 to $10. A Jackhammer chatterbait runs anywhere from $16 to $25 a piece, depending on where you buy it. A River to Sea whopper plopper runs between $12 and $20, depending on the size and the finish. And glide baits, man, they're crazy. They can run anywhere from $20 to $250 for one lure. All right, now let's go on the low end of all those items and put some together. Let's build us a tackle box. For 5 crankbaits, 3 chatterbaits, 2 whopper ploppers, and 2 glide baits at the low end, you're looking at $270 minimum for 12 lures. Now, how many of us are going fishing with 12 lures? I don't know anybody. Okay, let's put it all together. For a boat, engine, and trailer, you're looking between $70,000 and $90,000. For forward-facing sonar, you're looking at $2,500 to $4,000. For a trolling motor with spot lock, you're looking at $2,500 to $4,000. For 7 rods and reels, you're looking between $2,800 and $4,200. For our small tackle box, you're looking at $250 to $500 minimum. You're easily looking at a baseline investment between $80,000 and $100,000 just to be fully geared up at a fairly high-end level. That doesn't include maintenance, license, travel, fuel, etc. You get the gist. But, and there is a but, lots of people are able to do it without spending all that money. A lot of anglers make good with used boats, smaller boats, less electronics, cheaper rods and reels, and budget lures. For casual bass fishermen, things can be a lot cheaper. The rich man's cost comes when you want to fish tournaments, chase huge bass, fish all the time, or want an edge with your gear. There are advantages to spending bigger bucks: comfort, the ability to get where you need to go, to fish longer and more effectively, so you get something back for some of the money you put in. But that doesn't mean, if you can't afford that you can't fish. When I bought my boat, I bought the cheapest new boat that you could get, a Bass Tracker 2020 XL from Bass Pro Shop, and it's been a great fishing boat. I paid about $12,000 for my boat new. I think now they're up to close to 15 or so, but still much cheaper than buying the big fiberglass models that people use on the tournament circuit. You can buy your rods and reels at your local Academy Sports or Dick's Sporting Goods, and you can save money that way. Bass Pro has nice rods and reels that are very affordable. And you can buy your lures at the same places, and you don't have to buy the most expensive ones. Remember, the fish can't see what you're sitting on. They can't tell how fast your boat will go. They don't know how much the lure costs that you're putting in front of them. It just needs to work. So has bass fishing become a rich man's sport? In some ways, yes. If you want top-tier gear, a big fiberglass boat, high-end electronics, then the costs are high. But it doesn't have to be that way. You can fish, enjoy, catch bass on a much lower budget. There's still entry levels in this sport. I'd love to hear from you guys. What did you spend getting into bass fishing? What compromises did you make? Drop a comment and let me know. Be an interesting conversation. Love to look at what you have to say. Thank you for tuning in to the Bass Hole Podcast. And as always, keep bassing. This has been the Bass Hole Podcast.